Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's a breezy December 1st and let's take a December garden tour. Things are changing in the garden. We're at the upper part. Looks like our ginger is kind of starting to die back. The turmeric's starting to die back. We've got some onions that decided to grow that we had set back. Well, we went ahead and stuck them in the ground, so we'll let those grow on up. Up here in our containers, now we're doing some moving around, but as you can see, we've got some good healthy dill coming up. This is self-seeded from the spring dill, so we'll just let it go ahead and do its thing. We've got a lot of row clearing to do. We're going to have to clear out this row of mustard here. It's getting kind of old. We might pick some, but not much. The green beans are still hanging in, even though it's December 1st. We've been blessed. We hadn't had a frost yet or a freeze. This row, we'll need to finish cleaning it out so we can get onions in here. Doing some picking of the green beans today. We still have our late potatoes that were really put in late, and they're starting to, a few of the plants are starting to look like maybe get blight or die back, so it's going to be close to time to dig them. The peppers are still going. Now some of these plants never were real good. They've got some disease on them, but then we've taken out our row here of okra that was here, and then our row of cucumbers that never managed to make. We've taken those out. Yeah, okra in cool weather don't do good. Now we've put out part of a row of onions, and as you can see, this row here, with all the wind, it's just it's blown in so many grass seeds, and we're just going to have to clear this out. But we do have some collards that are doing fairly good. A few of them's cutworms have got and such, so we'll deal with that. And then we've got a little bit of planting at the end of this row of these onions, and we'll have to get a lot more of them in. Our lettuce is starting to do good. We don't have the varieties like we normally do. Normally we have a lot of more red lettuces, and we just don't have that right now. Our pepper's still doing strong in here. We've got this area finished up back here. We just need to put our drip lines and landscape staples, put them back down, but we've got all the grass cleared out of this spot here. We'll come back around. Herbs are still doing good. The little rosemary, it's really coming on. We have our chives right here. Now my plans is to pull these out of here, and then I'll separate them and put them in another place. We've had some wind and decided to knock over my new blueberry plant. Need to get these in the ground maybe today. These are my mid-season, and I got to get my blackberry plants planted somewhere. I haven't decided where. Looked like the asparagus has done good for its first year in this bed. Now these were our onions that we had planted earlier, which you can see they're coming on good after they was thinned out. And might have to go in and clean out just a little bit of weeds in it, but not much. Our leek, it's doing good. Remember when we put this in, we planted about 6 inches deep, so it's doing pretty good. Over here, some more green beans, and they're just about to play out this row here. And then this is some Japanese red leaf mustard, and it is planted in here kind of thick. We've got turnips that are growing over here. This garlic is doing good. These green beans, they're just about ready to come out. In fact, this might be the last picking on them. They're looking pretty rough. Our elephant garlic, you can see it. It's a nice healthy row. Rutabagas right here. They're doing pretty good. They're just now starting to form the rutabagas. This okra here is played out. We need to get out here and cut it down. Some of it we're either going to have to get a handsaw or get the chainsaw out because how big it is. This row of garlic's doing good. It's definitely needing weeding though. The peppers are still trying to hang in there. Hopefully they'll go for a while. It's still looking like for the next 10 days we're not looking at any cold enough weather for frost, so that'd be great. Our Sonata Kale, it's doing good. It does have something eating the leaves, and the plans are to come in here today and spray some BT. Our broccoli here is doing good. It got a few cabbages at the end of the row. The eggplant, they're still blooming and still making, but I'm sure it won't be long. They'll be having to be pulled out of there. Now I've got a bunch of strawberries. I had potted up a lot of the runners so I could redo the strawberry bed, and I've got about roughly 100 plants left, and so maybe I need to carry these to the farmer's market. We had extended the rows. We were just the last 4 rows here, or 3 and a little half row, but we put in 4 more rows. Use these. We dug up a bunch of them. In fact, these were just put in today, so they do look like they're a little wilted down, which is not going to be too bad. This batch was put in yesterday, and as you can see, they're looking a whole lot better as far as standing up. It is pretty sunny today, but we've cleaned them out, thinned this back out, and we've got these rows planted nice down in here, so hopefully we'll have a good crop. We still need to put a few strawberries right at the end corner. We won't have water to them, but there's enough water comes down the hill that they'll do fine. We've decided to go ahead and take out this row of strawberries that run over here behind the blueberries. We're going to put a piece of ground cover right here to keep the weeds and stuff back pretty much to the fence. The Roselle hibiscus, there still could be some harvesting done on it. It needs cut out, and these 2 beds here need redone. We've got some more broccoli right here, and it's really doing good. We've cut out a lot of our peppers. As we harvest, we cut them out. They're not doing, the ones that aren't doing good. That one there, as you can see, it's kind of wilting down. It'll be one that gets the chopping block. But we got cabbage right here. We are getting just a little bit of damage to them too, but like I say, we'll take care of that today. In the greenhouse, we've got this row is carrots. We just put these in yesterday. The cucumbers are looking mighty rough, and I haven't quite brought myself to take them out because they are still producing a few cucumbers, and I'm a cucumber guy, but it's not going to be very much longer, and they'll have to come out. Now I already had planned to take the tomatoes out, so I didn't tie them up, and they're doing a lot of drooping down, but they're still they're blooming. Of course, it's just a matter of tapping them, get them to pollinate. They're still trying to grow plenty of tomatoes there, but I don't know as far as if a freeze comes what it's going to look like. Now, down this side, we had done a video and we had planted carrots. Well, these really long carrots here, and I can't pronounce the name, let alone remember how to spell it. But anyway, this one germinated pretty good. Our other ones here, which these were saved seeds, and they seemed like they were doing better, but they really didn't. So we reseeded in here, but I didn't cover them because I had some up. And down at the end, there was a few more, I think, right in under here, but the rest of this was half-long Danvers. And the Danvers, they didn't germinate at all. They were old seeds. So I got some new seed. I just planted these yesterday, or the day before, I believe. And we come out here and we put our beets in. We had a bunch of them. We've got some more cabbage and such over there. So I think some radicchio and some red cabbage and some more early Jersey. We'll get that planted. The onions aren't looking real good in here. In fact, they need to be gotten out. I don't know if it's because they're root bound. I did give them some fish emulsion, but they're not getting what they need, and they just need to get in the ground. And let's see, we've got parsley. We've got a couple trays of lettuce. We've got some more rutabagas. We have some extra bright lights chard there. And we have some more collards here. And we have some, right here, we have a little cauliflower. And then these trays of lettuce here, they didn't germinate too well, but these will need to go ahead and set out. And right here I've got some elderberry cuttings, and hopefully these will go ahead and root in. I've got some inside that are soaking in water to hopefully they'll root out. These ones I directly planted into the tray, which it is kind of early to be getting these propagated, but with the greenhouse, and if need be, I can take them inside, so I shouldn't have a problem with that. Down here in the greenhouse, and you can see how much these tomatoes are shading this area, so it's going to kind of stun it until it actually gets cold enough, or I just decide to take those out. But right here we have bright lights chard, and then right here we've got our cilantro put in, so it won't be long. These will get after it and start going. But anyway, that's where we're sitting with the garden right now. The other garden, we harvested our sweet potatoes, and I'm doing a separate video on it, so you can look at it and see what come out there. But that was the last thing in the other garden spot, so we'll till it and then put a cover crop, try to get some more organic matter in that area for next year's garden. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, just hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you'll be notified, and give it a thumbs up if you like it. And of course, let me know how your garden's doing. Happy gardening.